Good afternoon, you guys. I'm just getting started here. I'm gonna give a moment for you guys to come into the room or into the video, whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna go ahead and start sharing the video on my other page so we can get this up and running. But I do hope that you guys are having a wonderful day so far. I hope everybody's being blessed, everyone's in peace, everyone is surrounding themselves with positive energy. Because it's so needed right now. And the time and the paradox that we're living in, it's really, really important that we're trying to sustain our energy and keep our vibrations high. Give me just a second, you guys. You guys are about to get all of my attention because today is going to be some good stuff. I'm very excited to talk about what I'm getting ready to talk about because I do believe that people will be helped. That people will walk away from viewing this video and change will be applied in their life. That's always my goal. And everything that I do, that's my goal. Give me just a moment. I want to share this. If you guys can go ahead and get on and start sharing the video. We want to get as many people. We want to get as many people on and viewing as possible. Okay, just posting it here. All right. So how you guys doing today? Talk back to me. Say hello. Peace and blessings, everybody. I want to take a moment to acknowledge the Most High, the Creator, the living God. He lives in all of us. He lives in every aspect of this universe, this time. And so I want to acknowledge the Spirit of God, the presence of God, to be present in my home, in this time, in this space, and also be present with you. I ask you, tap into that energy, feel that energy. I want to ask and invite the spirit of the ancestors, the spirit of the angels, the spirit of the saints to dwell in this time and kind of just flow through me. I ask that you guys open up your consciousness, open up your minds, open up your hearts to receive, to reflect, to understand, and walk away after viewing this video with the mindset of being changed and applying change. So today's topic is get out. Very simple, but yet so very powerful. After yesterday, even getting up yesterday's video, I took a moment to really think about that and go back and watch it because when I do these videos, there's peaks. It's like when it's me, but then something else kicks in and it's a whole nother spirit. And so it flows so organically that I have to go back and view the past video. So I did that and I said, whoa, that was good. So today we're talking about Get Out. I have been listening to Lawrence Hill album for quite some time, and even in the midst of writing my book, the portion in which I'm at right now in writing, Get Out kind of screamed at me. Getting free, being delivered. Also, it's piggybacking on yesterday's video on what deliverance really is, what freedom really is. But really, it's time to get out because I'm noticing that a lot of us, a lot of individuals are feeling stuck, wanting help, wanting progression, wanting things to happen that they are dreaming about and that they are feeling that are going to happen, even the things they have assurance that's going to happen, but they find themselves stuck and not knowing why, not taking out the time to find out what's causing the stuck. The Spirit led me to kind of think about history for a little while and notice the trends that has been occurring for quite some time. We've been in this system and this way of life and this way of thinking and this level of being stuck for quite some time. I do want to put this disclaimer out. This video, this live, this message is for everybody. And I do assure you that everyone from every walk of life, every race, every religion, every mindset will walk away from listening and viewing this video with something different, with something better, with some good meat on their plates. But I will let you guys know that this is really geared or more so the shifting is going to take place within the African American community, because I'm tired of where we are as a whole. And not only myself, but I can give you assurance that the Spirit is kind of tired of seeing what we're dealing with, what we're doing, what we're going through. So now it's time to shed some light. History came in my mind, came in my dreams. I'm like, history. And I started to see the slaves. I started to feel, like in my dreams, seriously, started to feel that movement of being in the motherland, and then the invasion happening, and then us being taken away from who we once were as a people. And this actually can reach many people. Who we once were as a people, we were taken away from, and then the personalities and the characteristics that we had taken on is really not who we are as a person, as a people, as individuals. And we're not receiving positive result. History is so pivotal in being free in this current time, because without understanding where you come from and how these shifts occurred, where the curses became more relevant within our own families, within our minds, within our race as a people. History is very important in being free, because you have to understand all of that. You have to understand all of that. For example, understanding that as African beings, or as native beings, because not everybody that's melanated came from Africa. We know this. This can be scientifically proven. But we had a different way of life. We were the most loving individuals, the most free-flowing individuals, the most connected individuals. And things changed. If you want to focus on the motherland, if you want to focus about slavery, and this goes to the Caribbean, this goes to Africa, this goes to even Native America, this goes to the South and Central America, this even goes to Mexico, this goes over into Europe. All of that is connected. Understanding that the way that we're currently thinking, and not everybody, but the way that people that are bound, enslaved, not free, their thought pattern, their mindset is one of an oppressive mindset, is one that was programmed and set like someone had a vision. Someone had a vision for this to happen, for this very time in which we're living to be the way that it is right now. And that just simply shows you the power of the mind. And if you allow someone to control your mind, they can either help or hurt you. And right now it's really hurting us. But that just shows you the power of the mind, that whatever we think and whatever we envision, it really can come to pass. And it will be left here even after we're gone, because someone is going to be living in that. And right now it's really time to shift the paradigm, to get out of the oppressive mindset, the oppressive way of thinking, and free yourself. As Black people, we didn't always go to church. Christianity was not an existing thing. As Native Americans, Christianity was not an existing thing. As Central and South Americans, Christianity was not an existing thing. But yet, in this current day and age, it's the only thing that seems, like a blessing. It's the only thing we can probably thank the oppressor for. And for some, it may be the only positive thing that has come out of all of this, because nothing else positive has come out of it. And we're going to be really honest about that thing. Nothing positive has come out of it. Everything that we're facing is so real, and people are not able to acknowledge, or rather they don't want to acknowledge, the wrong that's been done and that's being done. But we have to acknowledge it. We have to face the fact that we got to get ourselves together. We got to get out. And I have a few issues. I have a few issues. But this issue of sweeping things under the rug, or being oblivious, or ignoring the hurt, the pain, the oppression, the system, is an issue. Because if we keep ignoring it, we're going to continue to go down this path of no progression. We're going to continue to go down this path of not experiencing life how we should experience life. Not everyone is bound. Not everyone is enslaved. Not everyone is stuck. There's many free people. I'm one of them. There's a lot of free people walking amongst this world. But we're trained and programmed to kind of ignore them. The system has taught us that they're crazy. The oppressor has taught us that it's wrong. And it's working. It's been working for quite some time. Let me lay this out a little bit deeper for you, because I was just giving time for some people to come on in, but I'm going to lay this thing out a little bit deeper for you. Slavery. We're still enslaved. That's a reality. We are still slaves to the system. The same form of slavery just has been modified and reworked and masked, but we're still slaves. And you will still be a slave if you decide to be. But I'm urging you guys to really get free and get out. Let's break down some points here. Before the Europeans invaded our space, and when I say our space, I mean the natives, the Africans, the Central and South Americans, the people that were just living their life and minding their own business. Life was good. You lived life with no worries. You lived life without a fear. You lived life living in the overflow of God, in the promises of God. Every need that you had was supplied. Think about that for a second. That's what we come from. And are we still living in that? No, we're not. And I think it's time to get back to that. This is really heavy, y'all. I'm sorry I keep pausing. But it's like the way that this is coming, like my body's like whoosh. Whoosh. It's really beautiful. I really want you guys to open up and be honest with yourself. Really be honest with yourself. You don't have to verbally confess your thoughts to someone else if you're not comfortable, if you're not ready. But be honest with yourself. And ask yourself, are you happy with where you are? Are you satisfied? Are you living in the fullness of what you should be living in? Many of you can't say yes. And if you can't identify that as a problem, that's a major issue. A major issue. So when our space was invaded by Europeans, I encourage a lot of you guys to watch Hidden Colors. Hidden Colors will lay out so much information about evolution, about revolution, about history, and the connection between all people in such a way that it's just take a moment and watch it. It's too easy to just really not pay attention. I don't understand how people don't want to pay attention to that. And again, that is another systematic tool. Books. We have now become comfortable with not reading. We have now become comfortable with not going out and seeking and finding real knowledge. We've become comfortable with simply where we are. And like I always tell you guys, God is not operating in us being comfortable. We cannot experience life being comfortable. We can't get to the next level with being comfortable, because that keeps you here, just stuck. And you find yourself going through a situation, experiencing the situation, coming out of the situation, but for a split moment. You get to experience that happiness for a split moment. You get to experience that peace for a split moment. You really feel God, and you can say thank you. But then you find yourself going right back to that situation versus cutting yourself off from the situation. I was talking to someone yesterday, and I said, when you're healed, when you're delivered, when you're free of something, the point of deliverance is to be removed from it. not to go back to it. How can you say you're delivered? How can you say you're free if you keep going back, running back to the situation? People are paying all this money, spending all this time just to keep receiving the same result. Aren't you guys tired of receiving the same result? Aren't you guys tired of the same outcome? And then again, put it like this. Aren't you tired of seeing people live in peace and the true manifestations of God? And then you sit like, dang, I could have that, but this is where I am. And I'm trying to get out of it. I wrote down on my notes earlier today. It came to me right away that we have to stop sweeping things under the rug. We have to stop ignoring things. We have to stop running from situations and really face them head on. Because the power to allow someone to get into your mind to the point where you want to kill someone, to the point where you want to hurt someone, to the point where you want to not show love to someone, that's a problem. That shows that you're weak. We're living in a world with a lot of weak people. A lot of people that are wearing masks. And yesterday I spoke on confidence, and it's really time to be authentically yourself. It's time to really step up and be you. Because that's what God is asking for us. That's what the universe, that's what the Spirit is asking for us to do, to be authentically us. Because in being you, you're the happiest. You don't have to worry about putting on a mask. You don't have to worry about who am I going to be today. You don't have to worry about the thoughts and the opinions of other people's, because the manifestations of God is happening for you. So what they got going on won't even matter. It won't even matter. People may look at you crazy, but if you're a Jesus believer, they looked at Jesus crazy.